The card at the bottom of the deck, Aries, is the Wheel of Fortune. So this week in love, things are going to feel like they are working in your favor. Things will be working in your favor. So we know, I mean, if you're single, if you're in a committed relationship, if there's been a big fight, if you're wanting to meet somebody, things are going to be working in your favor. You're going to feel great this week. Okay, wonderful. Now let's look at the card. This is you. This is your person. Challenge, benefit, outcome. So you're coming from a place this week, Aries, where you're feeling like you're dropping a whole bunch of burdens and you're really lightening up. And it's interesting that we see this Nine of Wands reversed, indicating lightening up, releasing burdens, and then we also see this Eight of Swords. And I think this really kind of has to do, Aries, with this Pisces full moon that we just had on the 5th, in that there's kind of this recognition and this healing aspect to this moon. And this card is indicative of that, because yes, this card can mean feeling paralyzed in a situation, but we notice here that she is recognizing that it is herself that is putting her mindset here. Her mindset is keeping her in this trapped paralysis, like analysis paralysis. And this, even though this card generally means feeling stuck, feeling paralyzed, there is this recognition and this understanding and awareness that this is not the reality, that this is the reality. You are free. You are beautiful. People don't see you like this. People see you like this. You are the only one that is seeing yourself like this. And I think with this recognition this week, Aries, that's why we have this release. You're understanding that this is not reality, this is, and so you're letting it go. You're just letting it go. Any past relationship issues, any trust issues you may have, you're just releasing it. You're just releasing it, and you're moving forward with a much lighter heart, but a much more, you're taking intelligence with you. And there's something about lessons learned and becoming aware of certain types of personality traits that, yes, you're not moving forward and you're not letting this go with naivete. You're actually, it's almost as if in love you've learned some hard lessons, Aries, about the fact that people aren't always as innocent and truth and honest and loyal as they seem. And you're now releasing the burden away from yourself in that aspect. You're not worried about those people. You're not worried about the fact that that can happen in relationships and in love. But you're also keenly aware of it. And I kind of want to say almost won't let yourself be taken advantage of ever again, but that is implying that you have allowed yourself to be taken advantage of, and we know that's not the case for everybody, not by a long shot. But there is kind of this sense of releasing, but keeping lessons that can be used in the future. And with this Knight of Pentacles in your love life, Aries, yes, things are working in your favor, but you're not going above and beyond. You're not going above and beyond for somebody or because of somebody. You may just be letting them know, showing interest, showing willingness to communicate, but because of this dynamic, you're kind of waiting for that trust to really sink in. You're waiting for the belief in love to sink in. You're waiting for the effort to sink in from the other person. On some level, you're not really putting forth a lot of effort. And it's interesting because of this, things are working out. Things are just working out. Let's talk about your person. we have the Five of Wands reversed, the Ten of Pentacles reversed, the Hermit, and the Knight of Wands reversed. So you very well may be dealing with another fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They are also feeling a little bit more free and exposed, I guess you can say, with respect to their love life, with respect to you. And they don't have any sort of internal battles. They're not taking any baggage or weight with them into the relationship. Now, the relationship isn't in any sort of phase, and I know this isn't going to apply to all of you, and I understand that the energies can be flip-flopped, but the relationship isn't in any sort of place at this point where there can be a celebration, or there's not extreme security. Maybe it's something that's new. Maybe you're just coming back together. Maybe you just met somebody and there's interest there, but you don't know what's going to be happening. And if you're in a long-term bond, things are good, but they're not fully like back to normal yet. There's still this essence of the hermit mode and being in solitude. And this speaks very heavily to what's happening in astrology right now, because we're in Virgo season. We just had the Pisces full moon. And so there's like this quiet solitude. This energy is kind of heavy right now, and we're all really feeling it. And so it might not just be this overzealous outward expression towards love, but there is staying power here. With this person, whomever it is, there's staying power. They want to stay. They might not be taking action towards you, strong action, but there is some. You're not really taking strong action towards them, but there is acknowledgement, there is gratitude and appreciation. But again, on some level, there's some protection here. You're protecting yourself on some level, Aries. The challenge is that there's not really any defenses. So you're taking this energy, okay, you're letting things go. You're not putting a ton of effort into it. You're taking lessons learned. But as a challenge, how do I say this? Because this card, the Seven of Wands, means, having defenses up and kind of fighting. There's a battle, pushing people out. So you're not pushing people out, but at the same time, are you really letting them in? And we clearly see no, but that's actually a challenge because they want to be here. Maybe the fact that you're not letting them in as deeply as they want to be there, maybe that's why this Ten of Pentacles is reversed, because you're not fully accepting them yet. You're not fully letting them in yet. Your guard is up. Okay? And it's causing them to just kind of back away. They're not too worried about it, but they're backing away a little bit. The benefit is that we have the Hierophant. So this is definitely either a committed relationship, or it's about to be, or it can be a very long-term, stable, traditional type of relationship. Something that you actually have always probably wanted, Aries. Aries take relationships and emotions very seriously, and people don't think that normally because people tend to think Aries are brash and rash and egotistical and super social. And yes, they can be, definitely. But there's a very thick layer of passion and staying power that is in Aries. They want solidness in their relationships. Now, the outcome is the Hangman. So there's nothing going to be completely resolved this week, Aries. The message is and the advice is to stay and wait and see what happens. Things are working in your favor. And that's basically it. The outcome this week, it's just going to be kind of a little bit of a delay. And frankly, as we look at all the astrology for all the signs, there's kind of this weird pause between, the 10th and about the 19th or 20th when we actually get into the fall solstice. So there's all these planets going direct, and then there's a pause, and then we go into the solstice, and then planets continue going direct. So it's kind of actually makes a lot of sense that there is the Hangman here. All right, let's get some clarification. Aries, what is going on with this King of Swords? Please clarify this King of Swords for Aries. Please clarify this King of Swords for Aries. Your intuition's off a little bit, Aries. I think your barrier's up a little too much because of past hurts, which you are slowly releasing. But there is severe past hurts on some level. You're working through something. You are releasing it, but your intuition is a tad bit off this week, and your barrier's up a tad bit high. But I guess better safe than sorry. I guess you can look at it that way. Please clarify this King of Pentacles, or the Knight of Pentacles. Please clarify the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you are definitely healing. You're going through deep healing. We have release of things that no longer need to be in your life. We have this realization that you might be putting yourself in some sort of mental jail. And we have this release of spinning thoughts and concerns and crying and staying up late and having insomnia. There's a big release here. I'm going to call this week releasing, to let new love in, or something along those lines, because you're definitely going through something, and it's like somebody's there. Somebody is there, and they're supportive, and they're waiting, and they're patient, and they want to be there, and they want to do this with you, and you're just like finishing up, getting through something. Please clarify this Five of Wands. Please clarify this Five of Wands for Aries. Yeah, there's not an internal battle. They're definitely present. Your person is definitely present. They want to be there. They're making themselves known. And I feel that because your barrier's up, this stuff that's going on, you may not have really communicated any of that to them. They might not even be aware. They just might think you're busy at work, or you're doing this, doing that, spending time with friends. But you're definitely going through something, and they're just like waiting. I'm here. I'm here. And on some level, Aries, that's extremely comforting. It's almost what you needed to know, is that someone would actually be there. Even if they're not brought into anything that's happening, or that you're thinking or going through or feeling, they're not even being brought into it, because you're keeping this barrier up with the King of Swords. But it doesn't matter. It's like exactly what you needed, is just to know that somebody was there and that they wanted to be. All right, please clarify. That was the Page of Cups, by the way, that just kind of tried to flip over. Please clarify this Knight of Wands. Please clarify this Knight of Wands for Aries. The World card reversed. Yeah. Again, we have the Hangman here. You're not ready to fully go into a new phase. They're not ready to fully go into a new phase, but they're definitely present. They want to be there. They're staying. They're not really worried about any sort of outcome. They're just like, hey, I care about you, and I'm not really going anywhere. All right, please clarify the Hanged Man. Please clarify the Hanged Man for Aries. Please clarify the Hanged Man for Aries. Yeah, through this time, as you're continuing to work through this, as they continue to be generous and available and happy and positive. I don't want to say happy and positive because they're in hermit mode, but they're generous, they're available, they want to be there, they have staying power, they don't want to see this end. As we move through the week, it's going to offer you this, because this is the benefit, remember? So it's going to offer you this like comforting, solid information that you can use to make a decision about them and about the relationship. And remember, Aries, that we have the Wheel of Fortune here, so things are working out in your favor. So it seems like you're going to be choosing them, and you're going to be like solidly deciding and walking into the future with them, really, on some aspect. If you're in a long-term relationship, there's resolution this week. At the end of the week, there's going to be resolution, or at least the recognition that that's close.